markers and the Materno-Foetal result of Caesarean section, a study at the Secondary Health Facility in Obudu, Cross River State, Nigeria. This important article is authored by the following scientists. Caesarean section, CAS, refers to the delivery of a fetus, placenta and membranes after the age of viability through an abdominal and uterine incision. Caesarean section is further divided into two subtypes as far as the urgency of the operation is concerned. Elective Caesarean section refers to those occasions where the decision to carry out Caesarean section is made and planned more than 24 hours before delivery. Caesarean section, CAS, is an important tool in obstetric care for the reduction of maternal and fetal morbidities and mortalities. This study was done to determine the CAS rate, the indications and the maternal and fetal outcome of emergency and elective Caesarean sections at the Sacred Heart Hospital Obudu, Cross River State. A retrospective review of clinical records of all patients delivered by CAS from September 2011 to August 2016 at the Sacred Heart Hospital, Obudu, Cross River State, Nigeria was conducted. Data for the study were extracted from theatre records, labor ward records and neonatal ward records using a structured questionnaire. The information obtained included socio-demographic variables, obstetric history and outcome of Caesarean section. The data collected was checked for its completeness, entered into a computer and analyzed using SPSS version 20.0. Frequencies. There were 2445 deliveries with 453 Caesarean sections during the review period, giving a CAS rate of 18.1%. Emergency CAS accounted for 338, 74.6%, while elective CAS accounted for 115, 25.6%. The main indications for emergency CAS were cephalopelvic disproportion, CPD, 16.9%, and obstructed labor, 16.0%, followed by breech deliveries. Previous CAS was the main indication for elective CAS, 50.4%. Generally, the maternal and fetal outcomes of elective CAS were better than emergency CAS. There were 4 deaths, all accounted for by emergency CAS, giving a CAS mortality of 0.9%. Maternal morbidities like postpartum hemorrhage, sepsis, and prolonged hospital stay were worse among the emergency CAS patients. Some conditions, like obstetric fistula and ruptured uterus, were found only amongst the emergency CAS patients. For fetal outcome, poor Apgar score, sepsis, death, jaundice and need for referral were worse among emergency CAS patients. The incidence of CAS is high in this center, with a higher rate of emergency than elective CAS. Also, the maternal and fetal outcomes of emergency CAS were worse than those of elective CAS. Caesarean section remains an important tool in obstetrics practice for the reduction of maternal and neonatal morbidity and mortality. In this review, the main indications for emergency CAS were CPD, obstructed labor and breech presentation, while previous CAS was the main indication for elective CAS. Introduction. A Caesarean section, CAS, is a surgical procedure to deliver a baby through cuts in the mother's abdomen and uterus. It is a life-saving operation when vaginal delivery is risky due to complications like blocked labor, baby distress, heavy bleeding, or abnormal baby position. In countries with low CAS rates, increasing access to this procedure could prevent thousands of maternal and newborn deaths each year. CAS can be planned in advance, elective, or done as an emergency when unexpected problems arise during labor. Over time, CAS has become safer due to better surgical techniques, anesthesia, antibiotics, and blood transfusions. However, rates vary widely worldwide, higher in Latin America and Asia, around 26%, but much lower in Africa, around 9%. The World Health Organization, WHO, recommends a CAS rate between 5 to 15%, but rates are rising globally. While CAS can save lives, it also carries higher risks for mothers compared to vaginal birth, including surgical injuries and complications. For babies, planned CAS may reduce some risks, but emergency CAS does not always show the same benefit. This study examines how often CAS is performed, the reasons for it, and the health outcomes for mothers and babies in a specific region. Since no similar study has been done here before, the findings will help improve maternity care by guiding doctors and policymakers. The results will also fill gaps in local and global data, helping to ensure safer childbirth practices in the future. Conclusion. A caesarean section, CAS, is a key surgical procedure that helps save mothers and babies during difficult deliveries. Emergency CAS is often needed for issues like a baby being stuck, obstructed labor, incorrect positioning, breech, or a too narrow pelvis, CPD, while planned, elective, CAS is mostly done for mothers who had a previous CAS. Studies show that emergency CAS carries higher risks for both mother and baby compared to planned CAS. This review highlights the common reasons for CAS and why timely, well-planned procedures lead to better outcomes, helping improve safe childbirth practices. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe to our channel BP International to watch more videos in the fields of science, technology and medicine.